Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in where Paltalk and Match in Manhattan get matched. Thanks so much. It's Matt Titus here, Tamsen Fadal, and special guest Eddie Varley's in the house.
Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Thank you so much for tuning in to Why Hasn't He Called? This show exclusively brought to you from Lifetime and Paltalk. We want to talk about the show tonight. What do you guys think? We had a client that was a brand new on the dating scene, and we were trying to teach her a lot of lessons regarding, what men think when they come across a beautiful woman that has no dating experience.
She was Abiola, beautiful, and really wanted to learn what it was going to be like out there dating. I mean, she was married.
Exactly. She was a lifer-wifer. She got married real early and didn't think she was ever going to, break up with her husband, and all of a sudden she was left to the wilds of the dating world without any useful knowledge.
I mean, finding yourself single in Manhattan dating is hard enough, but after she had been with him for a very long time and was really a brand new dater, and you stepped in there and showed her the different players and characters out there on the dating scene.
I did my best. She also was actually bringing her friends on her dates with her. Remember that, Eddie?
Oh yeah. I mean, she needed help, and you brought her lots of help. That was an amazing challenge, an amazing journey with her. It really was.
What was interesting is they had this reading group that would get together, and the reading group consisted of her two best friends, and what the topics were men. So you had these three women trying to guide each other pertaining to their dating behavior with men.
Yeah. I think you actually looked scared when you went in there.
Oh, you were terrified. There was so much estrogen in that room. I crashed her reading room, and I sat there and I.
What did they read? What books did they read?
How to understand men, and guides to guys. And they were tough on me. They weren't taking any prisoners. So I told them what I thought. I told them some of the secrets of the boys' club.
You revealed them.
And I absolutely did. And they put me to the test. Let's take a second. Is there anybody out there that wants to know a secret to the boys' club? Because we're spilling the beans on our gender, Eddie and I.
Oh, boy.
Tamsen's here, too, so any questions?
I'm just taking notes. Hi.
How are you?
Put your hand up.
We had another client on the show tonight, too, Linda. And she was always bringing her baby on dates, but her baby was her dog,
Bell.
She was bringing this little dog in a basket on her dates.
You know what, though? I think that's cute. Like, you would think, and I understand, I know what the rules are, but you would think that men would find that sensitive, but that is, it's not exactly
Men aren't sensitive usually on a first date. Men are men, and they have ego problems, and they're as insecure as women are on first dates, but they hide it by being over egotistical, compensating a little bit.
Yes.
So, bringing that
dog.
A
white fluffy dog, that's gonna.
Yeah, that was a problem. And what happened was that she promised me she wasn't going to bring the dog. I got her to stop, and we got a phone call. I got a phone call the night of her date, or the afternoon of her date.
Well, we got to babysit the dog, actually, is what we got to do.
You're ruining the end. Always ruining the story.
There goes the punchline. But you know what? I think this episode, we're talking about dogs, the real stars of this episode. Who are the stars?
Madsen and Parker.
Yeah, the two little
We've got a question. Sylvia from Argentina. Hey, did you watch the show tonight?
Yes, I am loyal to you. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Thank you. Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Thanks
for checking back.
Fantastic.
Did you have a question for us?
Argentina. Yes. Well, very nice. Your guest. What is for you the main the special or the main objectives about the first date?
The main objectives of a first date? Well, I think that's a good question. Well, there's some do's and don'ts maybe of the first date, or what you're trying to accomplish.
Let's give you the do's and don'ts. Number one, this is something that you should always do. Be open. Give the person that you're sitting across from at least the benefit of a second date, unless they get completely drunk, or they get too touchy. Everybody's nervous on a first date. You have to
Very true.
understand that. We're all going to take some missteps on a first date.
Yeah, don't rule people out right away. A lot of times a lot of our clients, they'll rule somebody out fast because they might not fit, their criteria on a list. And sometimes those turn out to be the best people, or somebody that's very well suited for them, and you might just be saying goodbye to your future husband before you even get to know him.
2-drink maximum. Nobody drinks more than 2 drinks on a
Don't
first
drink.
Very important. Very important.
Yep.
How about
I dance, but I don't drink.
Okay,
Dancing's all right.
Listen, don't ever sleep with anybody on a first date.
Yeah.
No hanky-panky like that. That's not happening. 3 months. I want everybody waiting 3 months until they have sex with who they're dating. What do you think?
Did that help, Sylvia?
And why do you tell them for 3 months?
Why? Because something has to develop between a man and a woman, or a man and a man. It doesn't matter. We want, the tie that binds people to each other is personality, intelligence, and just getting along. The sex, that can come secondary, If you give that up too soon, they're gone. People are gone.
Very true.
Sylvia, thanks for joining us
Thank
tonight.
you. Mwah.
Thanks for watching the show, Match in Manhattan, Sylvia. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Take care. Well, she had some good questions, and those are a lot of the questions that, those are the questions Abiola had. Now, you slipped in and out of
Characters.
Yeah, you really played the mock dating.
Every guy has a chip in his head that will go off when a beautiful, innocent woman walks into a bar. It's called Pradar, okay? And that's something that we have to arm these beautiful, innocent women. We have to let them know that every man has that chip. And I like to jump into 3 of the most notorious characters out there, and I did that on the show, and I explained to Abiola that there's the player. This guy's gonna tell you about everything that he has. This guy's gonna tell you about he wears his heart on his sleeve. He doesn't care. He's trying to entertain you and make you think that he's the world.
So you have to be aware of him.
Exactly.
Yeah, we got some.
The
other 2 people, the other 2 characters, real fast.
Mr. Flatterer. He's going to make you feel great. He's going to tell you things that aren't even true about yourself. Anything to impress you to get him back to his place.
And the third one?
And the third one is Mr. Negative. You get some guy that comes up. You don't want to be with somebody that's always talking badly about themselves or badly about their life. That's a real downer,
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Eva from Florida, how are you? That's my old stomping grounds. Ooh. How are you tonight?
Hey,
welcome to Paltalk.
Hi.
Thank you, and how are you
tonight?
Always nice to hear you.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. The only chance I get to see you is on Paltalk because I don't watch TV too much. So I'm computer working or something else. And I guess I wanted to say to you in regards, since you're experts in relationship, I am 48 years old. I'm a heavy-set woman. I'm attractive. And I do date quite a bit, but I usually dump them on the first date because I'm finding their communication skills and the things they have to offer is something that I'm not impressed with. And I dump a lot, so I've been single a long time. I just wonder if I'm making mistakes in what I'm looking for. Should I not be so high in my expectations?
You know what, I think you should always have high expectations, but maybe, a lot of us, I went out there armed with a do and don't list of, my criteria of what I wanted and didn't want in a guy, and I think sometimes you rule out some pretty good people, but there's nothing wrong with having high expectations. I mean, nothing at all. And if there's somebody you're not going to be able to communicate with, then, I think that makes sense because communication is key in a relationship above
Have you ever been married before?
Yes, I've been married before, and they've all taken me. I've been married twice, actually, believe it or not. One for 13 years, one for almost 10 years, and they both took me for a ride. So it's like I want to congratulate you on being willing to
go back out there,
leave a bad situation that you didn't like. You left twice.